These are the colors I used: Crystal Opal, Blue Green, Agate, and Coral Sea. I also used the coral stamp, the big one, and the small coral stamp. Lawn Fundamentals, Mermaid, smeared after it was dry, so I don't recommend that one. StazOn didn't smear, so that's a good one. The Ranger Blower, and another good ink to use is Archival ink, Sepia. It doesn't smear. I already have the colors down here. I had started to make a picture and I'm like, well, maybe I should video record it just in case it comes out good, and also to practice my video making skills, which are sorely lacking right now. The colors I have are Dull Ivory, Blue Green, Coral Sea, Crystal Opal, and Agate. I just dropped it in special, like certain areas that I thought would look good for composition, and I could be wrong. I'm still learning about composition. So let's get started. Let's start with a blower, which you can get on Amazon for like $7.99, something like that. You just drop the alcohol and blow out. I always end up using the blow dryer even when I use the blower, because I just can't get the full effect of what I want, and I'm not good at blowing this. It starts to make my wrist hurt. I'm so out of shape. My wrist is out of shape. I need to do more wrist weights. And I'm only kidding. I don't think there's, well, there is wrist weights, but I'm not going to use them, even if it would mean pumping this exponentially. Another option is to start with a blower, this thing, and finish up with a blow dryer, just to give it an overall nice, good, thorough dry. We'll see if I can meet these two. I don't know if I have enough ink to do that. I hate to add ink after I've already started. I think I've told you before, it messes up the flow of it by making more crusts. In my humble opinion, anyway. I'm sure some people can figure out a way to avoid that. If this comes out totally terrible, I'm going to use it for a background for some stamps. I've got a Coral Sea stamp that has like the coral outline on it, and I've got octopus, and this would be a pretty sea background for those. Wish I could set this to music, but I want to use my own music and not the candy music they have. So it's going to be my voice until I can figure out how to add music without violating any copyright laws. But if I play music, it will drown out my voice, and I know you all love my voice. I don't know what y'all love. There's only been 3 viewers so far, so maybe those 2 viewers, you could make a comment about how I can improve my videos. Please don't say anything mean. Constructive criticism is the best way to criticize somebody. Say something nice and say something good. When I used to teach, there was a kid in my class that was awful, and I always would try to give them more love than normal, because I knew that I didn't like the kid. And then I would end up having like a little latch-on shadow because I was their only friend in class. That sounds terrible, but I mean, I guess that sort of says I'm kind, even though there was an ulterior motive, which was to make the kid feel loved, even though I didn't like him that much. And there was many reasons I didn't like the kid. You wouldn't like him either, believe me. Let's stick to alcohol ink talk. Unless we're talking about my mom. My mom watches all my videos because she thinks I'm great at this. She's my mom though, right? Okay, I wasn't really thinking when I did this, and this is what I came up with. Let's just continue blowing some. I can show you how to do the fade on the sides. To do the fade on the sides, that means to make it go in like at a fade from the sides. It like just goes in and gets lighter on the outside and darker on the inside. You just spray alcohol on the edge and you just squirt like your life depends on it. Squirt up. And this isn't the best way to do a fade, but it's a good way to do a fade when you've made a mess like me and you're just trying to show somebody how to do a fade. You let the alcohol sit for a minute to soak into the alcohol ink. It blends more. I might add brass to this. You can add brass after the fact, but it's kind of difficult. I can show you why and how it's difficult for me. Like I said, somebody else might have a way to do it easily. And they're welcome to share it with me in the comments. Oops, we're going to do a fade. It's easy to just do this mindlessly, but then you end up not having anything worth anything, because if you don't pay attention, your composition fails, which is what happened right here. All just looking like it's going up. But like I said, I'm going to learn along with you, and this might just be a learning video. And it's still pretty. The colors are. When you're doing a real fade, you're not going to let the ink sit at all. You're going to keep it wet so it doesn't set into the paper. And then you want to vary your pumping. You can do it in the middle, and blowing just straight down yields really interesting results. And then side to side. If I'm doing it straight up and down, I'm probably obstructing your view. I'm learning to use iMovie, so eventually these videos will have like transitions and titles across the screen, so it'll look just like a little movie. So I gotta learn how first to do it. Right now I don't have a computer, I just have my iPad and my phone. So it makes it a little bit difficult to produce these in a professional way. But I have a computer coming to me on Sunday, a Mac Mini pad or MacBook Pro. So that will be great, and I'll be able to have more professional looking videos. Okay, let's add a little bit of brass. I'm just shaking it before I put down the alcohol. I'm not sure if it's easier to make a gold crust with a blower or if it'd be easier with a blow dryer or a Revlon. Sometimes if you move the blower the direction you want to go, it helps. I didn't know that. I watched somebody else do it, and I tried it, and it worked. Now, once you put gold down, it's hard to move, so you want to try to blow it with alcohol as soon as you can, or it sets in really fast. And see how this isn't wanting to move. Let's do some gold here. Or it's brass. Pinata brass. Sorry about that. For some reason, brass makes it look richer and more luxurious than gold. In my opinion, it does anyway. I've used silver before, but the silver is so opaque that it's hard to see anything else but the silver when you put the silver down. Okay, let's stamp this. I'm going to use StazOn Jet Black. I'm not sure if that will stay on the ink or not, the alcohol ink, but we shall see. And I probably should do a quick blow over to make sure this is dry. Let's do that real quick. And normally I cover the whole page, but I'm trying to make this video more succinct. Okay, what do we have here? Some flowers. I was looking for the coral. And then this looks like leaves. I'll find the coral. Sorry about that. Okay, we have the coral stamp now. This is a really great stamp. I don't remember where I got it, but I'll figure it out and I'll post it in the comments or in the description as soon as I can figure out where I got it. It's kind of old, as you can tell by the yellowing. Okay, let's ink the stamp. I'm going to also use mermaid color, a different kind of stamp that I just, whoa, no. Let's put the coral there. It's kind of hard to, I'm not sure how I want to do the whole paper. Let's change the color. Here's the mermaid I was talking about. It's really pretty. It's Lawn Fawn Premium Dye Ink Pad. I didn't wipe off the ink. Hopefully that won't mess up my pad. Hopefully it won't override the mermaid color. I guess we're gonna find out right now. Oh, it makes it like a dark mermaid color. This is a gothic mermaid color. The gothic mermaid. Now that's a new character. The Little Mermaid's arch enemy. Okay, now let's do. I am not prepared exactly. Where did my octopus go? This guy lost my octopus. Okay, I've got some other stamps. This is another coral type stamp. I got lots of coral because I love coral. It's too bad that it's escaping or it's being used up. This is a leopard spot one, I think. And this is another little coral stamp that I like a lot. And this is going to be all mermaid, like I said, unless I've messed up the pad with black. I don't have my little lucite block. There, that's pretty. Too bad it's smeared. That might be a problem if this ink smears. I know it would rectify that if I put my lucite block on here. Okay. So this is just an example of stamping and fading in backgrounds. Hope you enjoyed.